Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of April 8th through the 14th. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. So Scorpio, for this reading, I am using the Universal Tarot deck along with the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Four of Pentacles. Alright, so let's see here, Scorpio. We do have a couple of fours here. So for some of you Scorpios, family matters could be significant here this week. Matters with the home, could be job as well. But fours speak about your foundation, your security, your stability. So for some of you, maybe that's what you're focused on. Four of Pentacles for me is a more conservative energy. So financially, for some of you, maybe you're not spending as much here this week. You could be trying to save money with the Four of Pentacles. The overall energy is the Page of Wands. So news coming in, messages, coming in. For me, sometimes the Page of Wands can be news that we were anticipating. So for some of you Scorpios, maybe you're waiting on hearing from someone, waiting on news to come in. So maybe that's connected to the home, or maybe that's connected to finances. So some of you could have been waiting on news, and here we have news coming in. If it's not, to do with finances or the home, we're starting with the Three of Cups. So maybe some of you Scorpios are hearing from like an old friend with the Three of Cups. This can represent your social circle. It's very social energy. But it also can speak about reunions. So there could be some Scorpios that maybe you're hearing from like an old friend. You might have been separated from this friend. So maybe some of you here this week, you're reuniting with someone. We do have the Empress here. So it could be a woman for some of you. You could be reuniting with a woman. If they're not your friend, I mean, it could be a family member. It could be your mom or grandmother. It could be a woman figure who's significant here this week. But with the Four of Swords and the Three of Cups here, the Four of Swords for me sometimes can represent that break. So maybe some of you with the Four of Swords and the Hermit, you definitely might have maybe went off. Maybe you were like hermiting yourself away. You could have went off and spent some time alone. Here with the Hermit and the Four of Swords, maybe some of you have even been recovering. And now maybe you're being reunited with this woman or a friend with the Three of Cups. Could be a Virgo with the Hermit here. The sign of Virgo definitely might be significant for some of you. Now, if you were waiting on maybe being able to start something new, Four of Swords for me, energetically speaking, can represent that waiting period, or not much happening. Maybe the energy even feeling a little stagnant for some of you. So maybe you're waiting on news, waiting on enlightenment, waiting on hearing from someone as far as starting something new, because we do have the Empress, which can represent you giving birth, Scorpio, to something new, something that would be very rewarding for you. We have the Empress with the Magician, with the Wheel of Fortune. So for some of you, I think that you've been waiting to be able to start something new. Maybe the energy has been a little slow moving. Maybe you're waiting on this news to come in. But this is a ton of creative energy. And I believe another sign, another sign had the Magician with the Empress. And I'm trying to think of which sign it was. Yeah, I want to say it was one of the fire signs. And so, Scorpio, you might have fire in your chart. Definitely watch your other signs. But this is a ton of creative energy here. And you have a couple of threes. And so threes for me very much represent growth, expansion. And so for some of you, you're hearing something this week. It's maybe allowing for something to grow. And I think that some of you have been waiting, but I think that this wheel here is just beginning to turn. So some of you are definitely dealing with like divine timing, higher forces. And so with the Wheel of Fortune, it's things happening that are meant to happen at a certain time. And so I think that for some of you, you are waiting, but we have news that's coming in, and this wheel is like starting to turn. And so it's a week here with this energy to definitely get creative. Maybe take matters into your own hands here with the Magician. He's someone who's very confident, and he has everything he needs. He has all the tools, all the resources he needs to make this happen. So some of you here this week, maybe you're getting creative. Maybe you are looking at those resources, looking at what you can do. Here with the Eight of Pentacles, we see you working very hard, definitely investing a lot of time and energy into this. For those of you that this is in regards to starting something new. Yeah, and definitely stay optimistic as you manifest this. Believe in yourself, Scorpio. There's definitely the need for you to stay optimistic, but with the threes, I think you're seeing growth, and I think something is beginning, and I think for many of you, there's news coming in. And so overall, it's going to be a very, very positive week for you. So some of you are manifesting. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it can be a new job. I mean, it can certainly be a new job that some of you will have coming in. Others, maybe you're starting a business. If you've been waiting, but if you felt like divinely inspired to do something or to make a change, yeah, I feel like some of you are definitely being spiritually guided. Now, maybe some of you have been like divinely inspired, or you will be here this week to make some changes here. There's a lot of spiritual energy here, so definitely listen to your intuition. For some of you, you know, if you like to meditate or just spend some time alone, definitely do that. For some of you, could be starting a business, or maybe you're going to be starting a new job. You know, if you don't work for a living, it could be something that you are working on. It could be a project. It could be something that is going to be maybe very rewarding for you. And I'm just seeing if there's anything else I'm getting here. Yeah, for like maybe a handful of you. I mean, it could be on the relationship front. For some of you, could be reuniting with like a friend, an old friend, something like that. For a few of you, it could be on the love front. You could be reuniting with someone. And with the Four of Swords, maybe you were single, or maybe there could be some Scorpios, maybe you decided to take a break from a relationship, something like that. But let's pull you an additional guidance card. Scorpio, what else does Scorpio need to know for this week? We have the Star here, so needing to stay optimistic. With the Star and the Magician, definitely needing to be confident, needing to believe in yourself, believe in manifesting, you know, what it is that you're manifesting. All right, interesting. Okay. Divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Okay, so some of you definitely dealing with divine timing. Absolutely. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlining order. So interesting. So maybe some of you do need to spend that time alone. And maybe think about this. Try to see this from maybe a different perspective for some of you. If you're someone who's been in your head and maybe thinking negatively, maybe needing to have like a more, optimistic point of view and believe that everything is happening in your highest good. So I'm really seeing the scales here. So maybe something in your life, Scorpio, was out of balance. And so the things that are happening, again, with the Wheel of Fortune are very much meant to happen for you at this time. So if something was on hold or if something was delayed, if you were waiting, you never know what you're being protected from. So everything does happen for a reason. So I think that some of you just need to trust. I think some of you, things are balancing out here. I think that you were waiting, but we have the Wheel of Fortune here. We have some incredibly amazing energies coming in for you. And if you're still feeling a little stuck or having to be patient, I think that you need to maybe see things from a different point of view. So that's very interesting. All right, Scorpio, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. Have a great week.